Yo guys, this is my story, not really my story, just a journey of me 10 months into my trading journey and how it's going, how I'm going, like am I still chasing the same thing, what's happening. I hope you guys enjoy the story and let's get into it. This is when I kind of got introduced into trading. I don't even know if it was 2 years ago, probably 3, 4 now, but yeah, I was introduced into trading. My friend Logan kind of introduced me into trading, crypto especially, and I didn't know nothing about this at the time. I just heard that you put in money over time, something happens, boom, and it's really high up and like, you know, it's going crazy, it's on a bull run. You guys know about the Shiba coin. I was in the Shiba coin. Funny thing enough is let's just say I put in like $500. Like 2 weeks came by, nothing happened. So I took out like 150 or like 200. As soon as I took out 200, the next day or like the next 2 days, Elon Musk like leaked or shouted something to do with Shiba, and Shiba just went through the roof. And like literally I had double the amount I put in there. So I got $200 extra. I remember it clearly. And I was like, yo, this is crazy, right? And I think this is when I also tried to start trading, because I was like, yo, what's happening here? How did this happen? I did my research trying to figure out how I actually trade. I remember I got into understanding candlestick patterns because I had no clue what they were. So I started to understand that when it's in a uptrend, a sustainable uptrend, it goes up, down, and literally I remember that clearly. I put it in the market and I tried to trade again because Shiba was still going up, so I was trying to buy in up, and I was literally doing up, down perfectly. So when I bought in, I tried to take out at the top, wait for it to come back down, buy in again, do the same thing there. Funny thing enough is I actually did do it, but I didn't make enough profit to actually be profitable from those trades because I was on a broker, it's called CoinSpot, and I was trading on CoinSpot. And you guys don't know about CoinSpot, I don't know if it's changed now, but back then it was 1% of your capital that you invested in, and it would cost for you to invest in, and 1% it would cost for you to take out. That means, guys, I had to make more than 2% every time I put in a trade. I don't really know too much at the time, so I was like, okay, cool, let's just see what happens. Chucked in my money, you know, price went up like probably like not too much, a decent amount, took back out, and essentially it said like $5 profit. In the end I only got like $2 profit. Then I did it again, it was a negatives, again negatives, again negatives, and I was just wondering why it was doing it. Like I was just wondering like, why am I getting fucked up? So I did my research and I realized that it was just CoinSpot. Like CoinSpot's fucked up. So that's when I went to KuCoin, and when I went to KuCoin, that's when I think I did try trading, and this is when I just literally discovered the MA, moving average, and literally every time it was above I would buy, every time it was below I would sell, something like that. And it was always, I remember this time I think I was making like $50 here and there, but I was always full porting it. So meaning full porting kind of means I'm just putting my whole account into it. So I either make $50 or I lose $50, and that's really what happened. And sometimes I actually did make $50, so I was like, yo, this is crazy. But most of the time I did lose it. Around COVID time, funny thing enough, I started to remember that I was actually kind of like invested into Alex Becker, trying to figure out which coins to actually invest in so that when the time comes, the coins go crazy and shit like that. Funny thing enough is the coins went crazy this year, and that was like 3 years ago. But I had no understanding of nothing, and I just wanted quick money. Remember that. I wanted quick money. I didn't want it to take 10 years. And Alex Becker was saying, yo, this is what I proved previously. This is what I did. And it was like 6 months later, like prices tripled, and all your money that you invested tripled. So I was like, yo, this is really cool. So I tried to hop into it, right? And that's where I kind of got invested with Alex Becker. And then when Alex Becker was talking about all these coins to invest in, let's just say I had a bit of money invested, right? After like a few weeks, Bitcoin started to tank, and I tried to look for more Alex Becker videos, like the latest ones that I don't think he was posting during this time. So I was like, yo, okay, so we just did that out of nowhere or something. So I didn't really know what happened. He maybe just continued to post. I just didn't see his videos. And yeah, that's really how kind of my Forex journey kind of started, because that's when I went from looking at Alex Becker to taking a little break because, you know, those Bitcoin was tanking, so I didn't know if I could make money or not. And later on, I just happened to stumble upon Forex, and I was like, yo, what's Forex? That's when I also found Doyle Exchange. That's when I found Mamba FX. That's when I found Lembrial. That's when I found all these other big people that I never even knew of, like completely. I don't even know how they make their money. They made their money from trading as well, but it's like also a bunch of other things. But this is not what I realized at the time. I realized that, yo, these guys are profitable traders and they're going to teach me how to do it. So literally I bought Doyle Exchange's course. Really, that's it. Mamba had its free course. I didn't really look at it too much. I just scraped it a little bit. But yeah, Doyle Exchange, I went through its full course and it really did work, not gonna lie. Doyle Exchange's strategy really does work. I just wasn't satisfied with a one-to-one. One-to-one was too small for me. And funny thing enough is Doyle Exchange's course was the only course that actually brought me to break even, almost profitability in 1 month, 4 months into my journey, right? And I was like, nah, I don't like this strategy because it's too little. I like making more. Even though he had a runner, it wasn't my thing, you know? So I kind of just put that to the side. I tried to make my own strategy off Doyle Exchange's strategy. That's when I really started to like fine tweak it and everything. And that's when I was trading NASDAQ. Like when I actually think about it, Doyle Exchange was also trading NASDAQ. That's probably why I was also influenced to trade NASDAQ. Anyway, traded NASDAQ, I was losing really. Sometimes I would win, and usually when price grabbed liquidity, it was sometimes good wins. That's why I really just started to realize, yo, when price grabs liquidity, it literally pushes up from there. Not all the time, but sometimes. So I'm going to implement this into my strategy. And that's really just when I started to craft my own strategy. Then I met legendary Jonas probably 3-4 months later, when I was really just backtesting, refining, all that stuff, and still had a lot more to tweak. It wasn't perfect because I was going off a certain time, going off certain trades, going off certain things, and it really wasn't really more of an understanding. Like I wasn't understanding the market. I was just trading at this certain time because this is my probabilities, which is fair enough. Maybe I just see it from a different point of view right now, but back then I tried to understand the market, but I couldn't really. Of course, I journal. I have months and months of journaling right now, like a lot. I literally probably 2 months into my journey, I started journaling because that's when I realized what journaling was. Really after I was, trying to fix my trading and all that stuff, I was still taking L's, especially when I wasn't home. When I was trying to do it on my phone, I was worse. So, when I'm actually profitable, that's one of my goals. But the point is, I was taking L's left, right, and center. Some dubs some days, and then continued L's. It was kind of terrible, I'm not gonna lie. And then really, I was just in search of a mentor, just search of people who was also in the same trading space as me, because I had no one, like literally no one who either took it as seriously as me, who wanted the same dreams as me in the trading space. So I really just tried to search for that. And it came to a point where really I just giving up. I wasn't even giving up, but it was like, there was a dim light in me. I was getting distracted. Like I was drinking more. This is when I was drinking like every day now. I literally just look at the charts for like 5 minutes, enter in a trade, chuck it away, don't care. I was still losing. That's really what happened. And then I was like, yo, because I remember thinking of this time before, if I ever got distracted, I need to move. Because moving essentially changes your mind, because your environment also affects how you act and how you trade and how you do everything. Just remember that, guys, your environment changes your discipline. If you're around people who drink every day, you'll drink every day. It was all my fault because I was letting those desires in. Before I wasn't, but this time I was letting my desires in. So that's when I was like, yo, I need to move. So literally within like 2 weeks, quit my job, boom, moved with my sister, and now I'm in Brisbane. As soon as I hit Brisbane, probably a week, I did nothing. I just binge watched Peaky Blinders, finished it in like a week or something like that, literally like a week and a half. Obviously set up my stuff, and then like literally hitting like second, third week, obviously I have a conviction inside me where I was just wasting my life, Because even back at home, I was still doing my stuff. I wasn't as disciplined as I used to be. But once I moved to Brisbane, that's when things started to pick up a bit more, a heck of a lot more. And after 2 weeks, that's when I, hopped back on the journey, started grinding again, started doing everything again. And now I'm better than I've ever been, to be honest, like in the terms of being consistent with trading, which I always was. It's just that I wasn't putting a lot of effort in that time period. So now it's like, I'm pretty disciplined, like more disciplined. I do other things as well, as you can see this channel. And yeah, I'm just trying to grind harder. I think the people around me also trade, so that's why I am more focused on trading even more. I don't really drink anymore, don't do anything really. So yeah, the environment definitely changes who you are, but you still have to keep going. You still have to push yourself. That's really what's happening with me, guys. And now I'm on to my 10th month. And how I actually developed this new strategy, my own strategy, was because I was looking at the gold charts. I was trading gold, NASDAQ, and SPX 500. I was taking L's, SPX 500, NASDAQ. Gold, I was actually like kind of profitable when I was backtesting. I said something on the charts like, yo, gold's gonna go up at this point, and legendary Jonas said it was going to go up at this point, like this other point. And I was like, okay, let's see what happens. So in the end, gold did not care about my entry area, did not care. So I was wondering, okay, you know what? Should I keep refining my strategy, or should I just discard my strategy and just learn from someone who has 12 years of experience? 12 years of experience. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. In the end, he was right, essentially, on gold, which was gold was my baby. Right? Gold was my baby, and he was right on the prediction of where gold was going to go and where it was going to bounce off at and all that stuff. So I was like, you know what? I want to learn a strategy, because I need to learn a strategy to become a better trader. This should, in theory, cut my learning curve in half, because I'm learning from someone who's done 12 years on the strategy itself. Of course, I'm going to add my little bit of sauce to it. That's really what I did. I made the decision, started backtesting a bit like crazy just to understand it. And now it feels like I'm starting to understand the markets more, just because of all the info he's telling me, and just continuing being disciplined. But like now I have a path where I know in the end I'm going to be successful, because let's just say I do something wrong. Jonas can tell me like if I'm doing something fucked up, essentially just certain things I'm doing, he can tell me how to change or what I need to tweak to essentially further progress. Because obviously, if you guys are still on the thought of trading is going to come quick, maybe for you it could, but you have to be 0.1% of 10% of the profitable traders to understand and be profitable quickly. Because usually on average, if you ask like every trader, it usually takes them around 3 years. Some people it takes them 4, some years it takes other people 5, but usually around 3 years it takes someone to actually become profitable at trading. So yeah, that's really my journey, guys. And now I'm just learning the markets, and I can see the markets in like a different lens, and it's kind of making more sense. Like I've learned a lot just along the way. It's really helpful. And yeah, that's really it. That's really my journey, guys. So I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys want to grow with me in my community, down below is my traders headquarters. I'll be there usually from Monday to Friday on London session. Not too much probably in New York anymore, but London session most of the time. And yeah, guys, can't wait to see you guys in the Discord. Peace.